Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Motivational. We have another awesome guest today. We have Gigi. She's a fitness content creator, which I'm super excited to learn more about her story, what she's doing on all the obstacles, like the whole deal. And Gigi, thank you so much for being here. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited. I've never done one of these before, so
Yeah, no, I'm super excited, and I'm really honored that you're gonna be. I'm your first podcast
yeah.
that you're gonna be in, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna be in so many more. So that's really exciting. But let's start with the first question. How did you get into content creator? Like a little bit about you, like where you're from, how
Mhm.
experiences that kind of led to you doing this, and then if you do anything else, like share all the details.
Yeah. So it kind of happened randomly. I was one of those people that didn't want to download TikTok. This was
Same.
when COVID happened. And I was at my heaviest. I was about 200 pounds,
Mm.
and my family has a history of diabetes and just a bunch of health problems. I have asthma, I have
Oh wow.
IBS. I also am lactose intolerant, and I'm also gluten free. And I was like, okay, I need to get into, figuring out what I can do for myself. And I also was just on TikTok scrolling, and I was like, I don't see a bunch of people posting about, it was during that time when people were posting about their fitness journeys, and I wasn't seeing people post about like posting with my body type during
Mm.
that time either. So I was like, might as well do something to make people comfortable
Mm.
and with my body type. And I went ahead and posted, I think it was a video of like me losing about, I think, 10 to 12 pounds. And that video just, I don't know, randomly went viral
Oh
at one
wow.
point. And I just was like, okay, I think I'll just continue doing this. And then I went and posted like my nutrition videos. And it just kept growing from there. Um, yeah, that's kind of how I started with TikTok. Um, and yeah, I try to post lots of body positivity videos because I want to make people feel comfortable in their own body. It was a lot of like posting about my journey and then posting about like body positivity. It's just a mix of things. Um, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, and I think that's I like 2020 for many of us was that like getting into that like self development journey type of thing. So that's pretty it's pretty nice. Because for me, until in 2020, I started exercising, and so I don't know if you hear the honking, but sorry. Um, I'm not at home right now. For those who are like listening, or it's like I'm in my cousin's room where like K-pop is
Okay.
everywhere, and then there's like the where I'm at also it's a lot of it's what's it called, like the route or the road is
Oh
very
yeah,
heavy in traffic, so
the
I'm
freeway,
sorry
like the
everybody. Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, is like 2020 was really a lot about self development, and for me, I was in that journey too, and I remember I always had the same like body type, like but I saw a before and after picture, and I look not completely different, but I could see the difference, and it's crazy
Mhm.
like the transformation that we make after being consistent. So for
Yeah.
you, how is that? Because your video went viral, and then you started being, would that did that let you to be more consistent, like hold you more accountable
Yes.
to that? how how
Yeah.
how is that process? Yeah.
So I've always struggled to be consistent and just like really disciplined with like weight loss. I've My whole entire life is like, I think, been revolved around the way I looked. And like I was bullied for it when I was younger too, which is
Mm.
sad, but I think, that's I think that's how life
Yeah, the
yeah.
obstacles that
Yeah, the
throws at
obstacles
you.
that people have to go through, and we grow from it.
Yeah.
And but I think it helped me be consistent by posting. And then when that's why I also encourage people to post, to like
Mm.
post your videos, post your progress.
Yeah.
photos because it pushes you to keep going. And yeah, after I posted that video, I was more consistent. I was more disciplined with the workouts that I was doing. Like I was saying, I have always struggled with my weight. Like I've always been kind of on the bigger side.
Yeah.
And um like I've struggled with um eating disorders, and that's just how life is. But like, you know, we go through those ups and downs,
Yeah.
and we have to go through those ups and downs and obstacles for us to figure out the way, you know, our path in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, because they're all like lessons at the end of the day, like
Yeah,
and
exactly.
there's like and like at least in the person the videos I've watched, there's like the experiences are never good or bad. It's just like what you take out
Mm-hmm.
of it. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's getting out of that victim mentality, and it's like taking responsibility on the changes that you want to make. So that's pretty nice. For
Yeah.
you, what were like those obstacles that you faced during like, because you started 2020, so now it's been
Mm-hmm.
3 years now. So I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure there's been a lot of ups and downs on that journey.
Yeah. So during those 3 years, so when I first started, I think I was focused more on my nutrition, and I wasn't focused more on the gym because the gyms were closed during that time.
Mm,
And I would say nutrition is like the most important part of a weight loss journey. Um, I was losing a lot of weight in the beginning, and then I noticed after a couple of months, uh, I was living with my family, and then I had some complications with my family where
mm.
I got kicked out, and
Oh,
then yeah,
that's
so
a
I
big
had to
one.
move out. So I had to move out, and then I moved in with family friends, which they were super nice of. It was so nice of them. They let me move in with them.
Yeah.
And it kind of caused me to, in a good way though, it made me change the way I like saw life. I started to do more working out because I was able to do more. I had more
Mm,
freedom in a way
mm,
because I was a little bit more enclosed. Like I don't know, I I come from a Hispanic family, and I love them. I love them so, so, so much. Regardless of what everything would happen. And to this day, we still talk and everything. But I was very like isolated and enclosed.
mm,
And now after I moved out and moved in with my family friends, I was able to do more. So I was able to work out.
mm.
I was able to cook the things that I wanted to cook, like the foods that I wanted to
Oh.
make. And so I noticed that I was able to make more of the progress that more progress that I wanted to make than I was doing when I was at
Mm.
home.
Oh,
So that was within a year.
oh
Just
wow.
within a year. And then the second year, I noticed I was losing a lot more weight. So I was like really, really skinny. It was like at my skinniest. And then I was at community college then, and it was my last year at community college. Um, and then I was doing really well with my journey, but then I had to transfer because I was coming here to UC Davis.
Mm,
And so once I transferred over here, I was here for a couple of months, and it was a new transition and I wasn't used to it. I noticed that I was gaining a little bit more weight, but
mm.
I wasn't mad about it. It wasn't
Yeah.
something that, like, okay, I'm not like, it's not something that I'm going to get frustrated over.
Mm, yeah.
Um, and it's just a change in my body. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's just how, like I said,
It
fluctuation in life and
fluctuates.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, that's the journey within like first 2 years, and I've been like that. It's been like a plateau for the kind of that last year. I've been the
Last year.
same like that. Yeah.
Mm.
And these last couple of months, I've been working with a trainer, and we've
Ooh.
been kind of
All right, we're gonna
yeah.
talk a bit about that after, but I actually have a question about like the Hispanic households and how, because I was going through your social media and TikTok
Mm-hmm.
specifically, and I saw this video where you were talking about how you posted, I believe it was a picture on Instagram, and your aunt commented.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that I was like, I could completely relate, um, especially not just like body type, but for me, I struggle a lot with like body hair. So I have a lot of
Hmm.
body hair. So they make those comments of like, oh, eres muy peluda, or shit like that,
Hmm.
where I know they're joking and whatever, but I'm like, please don't
Like, please.
remind me. I know. So please do not tell me. And
Hmm.
like how you said in the video, like you try not to, like it's like they care about you and they're not doing it to kind of like mess up with your head, but
Hmm.
it gets you, and that's something I struggle a lot with. So for you, how have you been dealing with that? And are there other like stuff like any other beliefs where they kind of like gave you, and now you're trying to deconstruct and transform into something better?
Yeah. So well, so with that last time, with that video that you're talking about, um, it was like drama with my family that day. I like texted my mom and I was like, "Did you just see what my tia like just posted on Instagram? Like she literally just called me fat. Like you
Yeah.
did you just like?" And she said, "Yeah, I saw that, and I told your dad, and he said that she didn't mean it in a bad way, and like just to brush it off. Like she said, don't like." She said she was trying to comfort me and trying to make it seem like it wasn't a bad thing. She didn't mean it in a bad way,
Yeah.
and that she was going to talk to my dad because it's from my dad's side of the family.
Mm.
But my dad never. The thing is my dad never confronted me about it, and that's hard for me because like I wish he did, and I wish
Yeah.
things were talked about. And that's hard in a Hispanic household because they
Yep.
don't like to talk
Yep.
about it. They just will
I hate
brush things off.
confrontation. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, I could totally
They
relate
don't
to
want
that.
to talk about it. And I get those comments all the time. That's not even the first time, but I thought it was super, it was just more surprising to me that it happened because it was happened over social media and she wrote it publicly.
Yeah.
I've never seen that happen before. And I've had like them call me overweight multiple times. I even have my mom's side of the family, they call me overweight every single day. Like
Oh
it's
my
like,
god.
and they tell me like, go work out, let's go on a hike, let's go bike, let's go do,
Mm.
like they try to encourage me to go do things. And then
Yeah.
even to this day, even after I go work out like every single day, and I go tell them, I'm like, look, I go work out, like I
Mm.
try, like sometimes I make fun of them. I don't know what I do now is I try to um it's because of I have a weird relationship with so I don't try to make fun of them. I just try to like brush it in their face like, hey, look, I'm doing this and I'm doing something better for myself, and there's no reason for you to be saying those things to me,
Mm.
if that makes sense. And um I, yeah, they Hispanic the Hispanic culture is weird, and I think it's not weird. It's just the way that we communicate with each other is. I
I
wish
feel
we
like
could
complicated.
be complicated. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
complicated, and I wish we could fix the way that we communicate with each other so that we could have better relationships with our parents.
Really, no. That's actually something I've been working on. There's like, oh, and something like a goal that I set for this year is like have a better relationship with my parents, and it's
Yeah.
hard because it's you gotta learn how to communicate, and that's something that they don't know and that we don't know
Mm-hmm.
either, and it's like we're both learning. So there's like
Yeah.
times where I'm like, we have a discussion with my mom and I, and it's like we're supposed to talk about it, but for me, I've learned that I need to like cool off first and then
Yeah.
try to have the conversation. But even then, I still like le contesto. So it's like
Yeah.
I gotta really be conscious and aware of like what I'm gonna say. So it's been hard, but yeah, that's definitely like things that we gotta start doing. As I don't, are
Yeah.
you first generation, second generation? Like,
Mm-mm. No, I'm second. My mom is Dutch and half Mexican, and then I
okay.
know, and then my dad's from Guadalajara, so I'm like a
Okay.
mix.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. I feel like I'm also like very I could isolate it, or like I don't meet a lot of people. So when I hear like, oh, Dutch and Mexicans, like, oh, I've never heard that. I've never met someone
Yeah.
like that. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
How has like I'm going, but I'll talk about
It's good.
culturally wise, like how was that experience? Like do they incorporate like cultures, or is it just like
No, so the thing is my mom, she was bullied when she was younger,
mm,
for being Hispanic, and so she tends to not accept her culture.
mm,
And my dad, he like really embraces it,
mm,
and it's a weird dynamic, but they work together and they
mm.
do pretty well together. But yeah, is my mom is my mom. But they work pretty well together when it
mm.
comes to culturally
Culturally, yeah.
combining the cultures together. I don't know much about my Dutch culture. I think I accept more of my Latin culture than
Mm.
the Dutch
The Dutch
side.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so it has always been like that, where you're more into the culture, culturally like into the Mexican, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. My
Yeah.
dad is from Mexico. Yeah. Um.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you gone to Mexico?
Yeah, I have.
Ooh, nice.
I haven't visited in a while. Right now my cousin from Guadalajara, he's here and he's visiting for a month. So I just saw them
Mm.
last
Oh
week.
yeah. I think I remember like your
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah.
So he's here. I haven't seen him in it's crazy. I haven't seen them in like over 6 years, but because
mm.
of the pandemic and everything. And
Yeah.
yeah, which is sad because I want to go visit my grandma
Yeah.
and all of them. But we used to go every year.
Oh wow, that's so nice.
Yeah.
I actually I went. It's been what now a month since I came back from
Oh,
Mexico,
nice.
and
Yeah.
for those who like don't know, I'm undocumented, but I have DACA, so I
Yeah.
was able to get advance parole to have permission to go to Mexico after 18 years, and I was able to meet my whole
Um,
family. So that was like a whole
oh,
experience. So that
oh,
yeah, that was really nice. I wish I would have gone under different circumstances, but at the end of the day, like I'm so grateful for that experience.
yeah.
Um, Something I want to touch upon is like the time, like how you mentioned like 6 years of like not seeing your family member,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something time is something I've been thinking about very often recently. Like how it's like you have a moment and it's such like specifically like Mexico, and then like after Mexico, like my life kind of changed a bit, where I'm more out of my comfort zone. So, but then I had like really great memories and really great moments, and now they're gone, and
Yeah.
that's something I've been thinking about. Where it's like I wish I could go back or create more moments like that.
Yeah.
So for you, how is that, like 3 years of like a whole like working, being consistent, and seeing your transformation? Like how I don't even know what my question is, but like how has time how has like have you like thought about like the changes that you've made, and the whole progress, like seeing it, like you having your content on social media, like looking back, and it's like
Yeah.
how does that feel? Like do you ever like think about time in that sense?
I do. No, I get what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Don't worry. I yeah, I do. Like the other day I was looking back at like old videos. I think I was talking with my friend who I started my fitness journey with her.
Mm.
And we were looking back at our old videos and we're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe we started like at the, going to 24-hour fitness and just
Oh wow.
not knowing anything and just walking in there scared and afraid about the gym, and look at us now just like she doesn't even go to the gym anymore, and then me just like in this whole like realm of fitness and everything. She's like, I miss my fitness buddy and please come back. And I was like, I miss you too. Let
Oh.
me just go visit you. And it's just, yeah, I mean, I look back at like how it all started, and it's just crazy how far I've grown to come to this point, and I don't even recognize the person that I am today.
Yeah.
Um, I don't even think I'd believe my past self and believe that I'd walk into a gym so confidently and, you know, be walking in with a sports bra or like booty shorts or whatever, and just like walk in and be like, "Hi, I'm confident in what I'm wearing." And
Yeah.
because before I wasn't like that. I wouldn't do that. I just would wear like baggy t-shirts or like sweatpants, and I
Yeah.
just wasn't confident in bright colors, and you wouldn't see me do that before. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's and I feel like that happens on I don't know for you, but for me it kind of happens unconsciously where like you
Mhm.
start like building up your wins, and that obviously goes into gaining confidence. Because for me, I didn't started wearing like shorts, like just like shorts, until I was 18. Mostly because again, I struggle a lot with like my body hair. I don't want to shave.
Yeah,
Like that's like my hair grows the next day. Like
yeah,
how is that even possible? Like give me a few days, like please.
yeah,
But no, it's like no, yeah, hair the next day. So I really struggled with that, and it wasn't until I was 18 where I started roller skating, and I was like, this is really nice, and I started getting more confidence, and I was like, let me wear some shorts, and then since then I started wearing more shorts. There's times where like I really don't because I don't feel like shaving, but even like sometimes I try to go out with like body hair,
yeah.
and it's like okay, like nobody really cares, and that's the thing, like nobody
Exactly,
cares, nobody, but
exactly.
in your mind it's like somebody should care. But but yeah, and again that's something I forgot, yeah, it's that building your confidence, it's really all
Hmm.
about like kind of like makes you want to start wearing sports bras and like feeling confident, like not caring really what other people think, because at the end of the day it's like it's your mindset, it's like what you tell
Hmm.
yourself. So
Yeah,
that's really
nobody cares.
nice. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Go wear shorts and with a body hair. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that today. No, I already shaved, so give me a
With your
few.
cellulite, it doesn't matter. I got the cellulite. I got the baggy arms right here. Don't worry.
Don't worry. You heard it from
Nobody
here.
cares.
Nobody cares.
That's the motto for the day.
Literally, have you because I feel like now that we're getting to like like a lot of mindset stuff really goes in. So
Hmm.
for you, how is that a personal development journey? Like, what limiting beliefs did you notice that you had, and then like
Hmm.
how did you start transforming them? We could start with like the like two, three, and then like, we could maybe dive deeper into those.
Yeah. Um. Well, so I've always struggled with anxiety and depression, and I think that was what was limiting me before. And I don't think I was very open minded at the time, because that's what anxiety and depression does to you.
Yeah.
I the changes that I think helped and what made me get better is talking to people. I
Mm,
know it sounds terrible, but I think I needed to talk to people. I needed to go out, and I needed to write down my feelings. I think writing down and
mm,
getting a journal and noting
yeah.
things down helped me so much, because sometimes if I don't want to talk to people and I don't want people to listen to my problems, just writing it down
Writing
is
down.
so
Yep.
much better. And going out, like forcing myself to, it doesn't have to be going out to parties or
Mm,
whatever, going out on hikes, going out to, working out was something, well, it was my outlet, because I figured out
mm,
that that was what was helping me with like my depression and my
mm,
anxiety, because I figured out that was what was holding me back.
yeah.
um, and I loved being in the outdoors, so I would go on hikes with friends, and having friends and having that. I know that sometimes with anxiety and depression, I realized that too. I'd push people away and push friends away, and I would have those couple of people that would help me, and which I'm super grateful for, and they would get me out of bed, and they would push me to go outside. And I think that's what saved me a little bit.
Mm,
So they
yeah.
would, even if it was just going out for a walk and with the dogs that they had, and we would just walk around the block, and it would just get me outside for a little bit. But things like that, just doing little things for yourself. I also found yoga to be helpful, and in the beginning of the pandemic, I was doing lots of yoga. It was like lots of mindfulness, breathing. Yeah, it was a lot of breathing. Lots of breathing was done. Lots of in and out of breathing. And then I loved just being outdoors. I was a very outdoorsy person, and that's just how it's what I say is it's different for everybody. And I don't think you can compare my experience to what your experience or somebody else's experience is going to look like. So yeah.
There's oh, do you want to say something else?
No, go ahead. I was gonna say, like, there's different outlets for different people. So like my outlet was just like outdoors because I love doing the outdoors and being outside and going out and being on walks. So like that was just what I like to do when I was. Help you out. Yeah, it would help me.
Your coping mechanisms.
My coping mechanisms and just things that I like to do for my mind and for things that help me release. All those and. Yeah.
Everything that you like holding in.
Everything that was inside me.
Did you always knew that you like outdoors, or is that something you kind of like figured out during that process?
I kind of always grew up knowing that. My parents always took me out being outdoors. I traveled growing up, and then I was just thrown into being outside all the time.
Okay.
So I just always knew I loved going on hikes, and it was something that I think I just needed to push myself to do more, so then that way I could continue doing it. I did not like going to the gym, so
it took you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, that was something out of my comfort zone. I hated it, and now it's like my favorite thing in the entire world. I go every single day. I don't even I don't know.
You don't have to think about it no more.
I don't have to think about it.
It's a habit.
Exactly. Like I'm like ready to go right now.
Wow. Did you, during the transition of like not liking the gym to liking the gym, do you remember the moment, or is it just like you kind of like gradually?
It just gradually happened. I remember just going to the gym for the first time with my friend. And I think that's what helps is like going with somebody or, you don't even have to go with somebody.
Well, honestly, I feel like it does help though.
At least for me, it does.
For me, it's been like helping. It's helping me hold myself more accountable to myself. Because at least for me now, it's really hard to kind of like want to edit the videos or post on social media. Like I've been posting on social media for like a month or two, and I said I was gonna, and for me, I wish I had someone where I could like, oh, like did you post these videos already? But then at the same time, it's like you kind of like shouldn't depend on somebody else to do to do yourself. So it's kind of like is there's like a I don't know, like it's a bit complicated because you kind of have to do the hard stuff by yourself.
Exactly.
But it's nice to have somebody with you. So it's, I don't know, maybe it's a balance that we could have. I don't know. But that's
it's about balancing. But it's nice to have that encouragement. So like that's why I was like it's when I first started, I had that encouragement from a friend to just go together, and it pushed me to go and start. And then we gradually just separated and kind of like did our own. It was like your momentum. Yeah, it was the momentum and it pushed. But sometimes, I was working out on my own on the side before that, like out at home, like, like you said, like you don't always need to have someone there by your side, to always like, but it's nice to have encouragement.
Like, please, somebody send me a message who wants to be my accountability partner.
Yeah.
But my email is in.
I'll be your accountability buddy. Don't worry, just message me.
I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, seriously.
I'll be bothering you like, why didn't you remind me?
Excuse me.
Excuse me, where's my message at 8 a.m.? There's a two things I want to mention. You mentioned how you like going out and that being your coping mechanism. Do you feel like, at least for me, sometimes, so for me, like ever since I came back from Mexico, I like my perspective kind of changed, and I want to be more out there. Like I want to go out,
Yeah.
and again, not to parties and stuff, but like going to like these. Literally since I came back, I've been going out every weekend. Out with my friends, like to the beach, going out to try new places. Like I went to eat for the first time at a Korean barbecue place, and it was so good. It was
Yeah.
so good. And this week we went to the beach again. I went to New Jersey, so
Oh,
it's like it feels nice. Like the moments feel good, but then I feel like I'm also escaping from my
mm-hmm.
priorities. So for you, how do you struggle with that, or is that like an obstacle that you face, and how do you kind of like try to overcome that?
Yeah. Like balancing out kind of life
Yeah.
and with the, yeah. I do struggle with that a little bit. And it's a little bit worse after I graduated college too,
Mm.
because now I feel like I'm in like this world that's
Mm.
so much bigger than I am. And kind of what I've been doing and what I'm learning on trying to do, because I'm still learning on trying to
Mm.
do this. Um, I have a calendar and it's right next to me right now. And I also am a Virgo and I love a structure. So what I like to do is I put like my free days. I don't try to be super strict about those because sometimes some people want to hang out and I understand that. But I also am really strict about the days that I need to get things done and I need to like
Mm.
actually focus on work and I need
Yeah.
to focus on like um, things that need to get turned in on time.
Mm.
So I have like I do content creating on the side, but I also have the full-time job with I do leasing. I don't know if we brought that up yet, but I
No.
do the leasing. Um, I work at a leasing office and I do that full time Monday through Friday,
Mm.
and then the content creating, and I have to figure out how to mesh that in at the same time and turn in all of my work
Mm.
before the deadlines.
Before the balance, yeah.
And so with that, I also have to incorporate my social life, and I don't
Mm.
want to erase that. And so I will, like I said, plan my days, and for the weekends, I usually make those like my fun and my going out with friend days.
Mm.
And then during Monday through Friday, I kind of make those my work days. Or if I have time after work, like
Yeah.
at around like 5 to, whatever time, I
3
make
a.m.
those. Yeah, yeah. I make those like, oh, if my friends are available or have time to hang out, we'll hang out for a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, it's like it depends on everybody else's schedule and it depends on, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, it depends on how people want to do things
Yeah, and I feel
that
like that's
day.
also like friends, like balancing the when can we meet, because sometimes that's hard. Like you plan something, it's like, oh yeah, I can't make it no more, type of thing. So that could be, at least for me. I live in Connecticut, and my friends
Yeah.
live in New York. Right now, I'm in New York, and I've been here for the past 3 days, because I
Hmm.
don't, my job, I work at a concert venue, so it's like set days. So I've been here, and yeah, it's like I was supposed to come here only for 1 day, but then the expenses, like train stuff, like it's
Yeah.
$15 to one way and then $15 coming back. So this, I spent $30 coming here, and then
Oh my
plus
God.
food, and then like if usually it's just food, and then like
Yeah.
and if I need to give gas money, I give gas money. But yeah,
Yeah.
I try not to spend as much, like not going out. Um, like if I'm gonna go out, it's like to just one thing. So I really try to
Hmm.
balance that out too. Like finances is another thing that I've been working on too.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Me too. Don't worry. Me too.
it's like there's so much to, at least for like I don't know how old you are, but like I'm 22. It's like and I feel
Yes, we're
like
same age.
same age. Oh, that's awesome. You're gonna be my new best friend. I said it here. It's gonna like time is gonna go, and then it's like it's gonna be like 2026, and it's gonna be three like
Yeah,
today's
yeah.
July 12th 3 year anniversary of our
3 years
friendship.
ago.
Oh, that's funny. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. I'm not trying to be a creep.
No, don't
I'm
kid.
trying to be
What are
controlling.
you
I'm like, you're gonna be my friend now. Whether you want it, no, that sounds so
Whether you want
toxic.
it or not. Whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not. I forgot what I was saying. Oh my god.
But like
yeah,
adding it all adds up together.
it all
Like
adds up.
everything that you do and like spending, which I get it because me too, like oh my god, I went shopping yesterday for Amazon Prime.
Mm.
I didn't need to buy any of that. I didn't need any of it, and I
Yeah.
did it anyways because I am an impulsive buyer and I just buy things because I
Yeah.
think I need it. I think I needed the backpack only, but I ended up buying other things because why not? Because it was on sale.
No, that's why
But
I hate shopping. No,
yeah,
I can't do it.
no, yeah, but I get it because it everything adds up at the end of the day, and you kind of have to think about your priorities on the things that you need to actually spend on. Because now I have like, I mean, I've had bills that I need to pay, like rent I need to pay, like my gym membership I need to start paying my loans for school now, and I need to, now it's all adding up, and it's like crazy. Like in the world that we live into, people don't realize that our generation, we have to, like it's crazy how much rent is like now, and I'm trying to look for housing now, and I'm trying to balance financial, and I'm trying to just like do everything, and
yeah, it's so many
insane.
So many things.
Our generation is expensive. It's expensive how much. Yeah.
And that's something like mindset, like going back to mindset, that's something I've been working on, like having a more abundance mindset. So I try not to like now that I have to buy, like even I have to become aware of it. Like I try not to say, "Oh, that ticket is super expensive," or like those type of comments, because it goes back to having a scarcity mindset. So I try not to mention it. I'm aware of it. Like obviously, I'm gonna say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna spend every weekend $15, $30 going back and forth," but definitely not try not to comment. And then something that I do, I had a money coach session with one of the persons I interviewed around May or April, and we build like categories for my savings. So I have investments, I have for taxes that I gotta pay, experiences, and then for traveling outside, like United States only. I can't travel outside. But and then there's another category. Oh, and education, because I love learning. Like if I could buy a course, I will buy one every single week if I could. Especially like personal development. There's like one I'm eyeing. I'm like, it's like $300, something like that. But it's super like I need to save, and I only have like $100 saved, so I need like 200 more. But it's like those categories, it really helps out. And now I know that I already spent most of my money in the experiences, so I can't go out anymore. Even if I wanted to, like that's my boundary. Like, okay, you were able to spend this much, and now it's
your limit has hit, and now you can't.
And you get to be more intentional too, because like, do I really want to go out this day with my friends and going to this place? Because if I didn't like where we were going, it's like I would probably say no, but sometimes I get influenced, so I'm like, let's go, whatever. But it's definitely a lot of learning how to balance the going out, the figuring out your finances, and then the mindset stuff is really, really important. Let's move into like the finance section of the podcast now that I'm talking about finance. What a great transition. For you, how do you earn money as a content creator, and how is that experience? I know it could go a bit deeper after that.
So I earn a little bit of money, not a lot. I mostly do this for fun, and I only earn from one brand, Able, and that's it. Other than that, I will get little brand deals once in a while, but it's not very common. I've tried like reaching out to brands, but I'm not very consistent with it because I also have a full-time job and it's
Yeah,
really
it's
hard
hard.
for me to do like I'd love to be full-time as an as a content creator, but it's difficult. Like if I think you need to like I think I need to be more confident with myself and do the jump start of being just full-time to be able to do that, but I think I'm not there yet. We'll get there.
You get there, yeah. Not that we're gonna be friends. We'll get you there.
We'll get yeah.
Like, yo, did you send those emails? You need to send
Yeah,
50.
for real. And but yeah, that's something that I do with content for content creating. But then I also, like I said, I lease apartment complexes, so that's where I get most of my commission or what I get most of my money from. And I recently just tried to do that full time after graduating. Before I was only doing that part time with school because I was pretty much part time student, part time leasing agent, and then part time content creator.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's what was my schedule, and now it literally just this month was my first month of just full time leasing agent and then part time content creator. Yeah.
How did you get into what did you major in, and then how did you get into the leasing agent?
Yeah. So I majored in psychology and I minored in communications.
Okay.
I don't know. I majored in psychology because I wanted to learn more about myself at that time, and I also really wanted to help people at the time because I was.
Yeah.
You remember how I think I told you I was struggling with depression and anxiety, and I was going to therapists, and I was like, I could be a therapist, I could help people, and then I was like, okay, wait, I kind of also want to learn about myself. So that was kind of like my thought process with that. It was I think psychology is a great minor, and I think everyone should study psychology, but yeah.
It's not the route. It's not the professional route.
Yeah, it wasn't something that I think I wanted to go into. I think I wanted to major in communications the whole time because I want to go more into marketing now. I want to do more marketing.
Yeah, we have the same story because I majored in anthropology, but it wasn't because I wanted to be an anthropologist, but it's because I like psychology, but I feel like anthropology just was like what's the cherry on top, where you talk about specifically cultural anthropology, where it talks about cultures, how society, like people interact and why they interact that way. And for me, it was very, very interesting, and I learned a lot. But I knew I did not want to major in anthropology, like go into like masters and like do anthropology and become an anthropologist. And now I'm I'm more into like the online businesses, marketing, editing videos, and it's like I learned a lot, but I wish I would have majored on something else, or at least minored anthropology and then done like marketing or just like business majors type of thing. But I think that during that time I was also really into like I also like isolated or like very close minded, where it's like okay, let me just go with the flow and not explore other things. So that's it's the same.
I feel like they also ask us like at such a young age, what do you want to be when you grow up? And it's like, I don't know. I'm literally 18. Like I don't know what I want to be. Like I don't know what I want to study. And you're asking me as an 18-year-old and in 4 years what I want, like the 4 years of what I want to study. And by 22, 24, whatever, you expect me to be done with this degree. And then afterwards,
and to do it forever.
And then do it forever. No, I'm not gonna know. Like my mom, who is like, I'm not gonna say her age, but she's older. She's older, and she says like, I don't even know what I want to do at this age, and like, I can't believe they expect you to know what you want to do at that age. Like, I didn't even know when I was your age what I wanted to do either. So Yeah.
And they don't even like. I feel like I was always, and I'm still like trying to transition out of like not yeah out of being like a shy person, because something I've learned is like I like having conversations, but I'm an introvert, so I like deep
Mm-hmm.
conversations. I enjoy them, but I don't have them a lot, and so for me, I kind of had to learn that okay, I do like conversations. I know what type of conversations I want to have, but now I have to explore that. And it's like they never
Mm-hmm.
taught us that in high school, middle school, like all of those 18 years of school that we had to do. And careers like they never like told me, oh, you could do this, or even like with one specific major, there's so many things you could do. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you want to be an engineer, okay, engineer. Like there's so many types of engineering things.
Yeah.
It's like, why didn't you tell me? Maybe I wanted to be I think there's like I wanted to be like a civil engineer, but there's like
Yeah.
so many more realms out there. And another thing, I'm going like on a little tangent, but I had this summer internship. I had this summer internship in I think it was junior to senior year,
Mm-hmm.
and it was alright. Like we had to go like to kind of like classes, but then we were supposed to do like work at a company. Like for me, it was like an engineer supposed to be like a construction
Mm-hmm.
engineering company, and I was supposed to like kind of like shadow engineers. I ended up in the accountant, like accountant part of the company. I'm like, why am I in the accountant if I want to be an engineer?
An engineer,
And it
yeah.
was so like, don't get me wrong, like I probably like I give credits to accountants, but it was so boring for me. I'm like, I did not want to sit, and I honestly don't even know what I did because I didn't even deal with numbers. I remember I was just like printing out like little stickers because I had to like
Yeah.
label their stuff. Like, what am I supposed to learn here? And so I
And it
was like,
wasn't something that you wanted to do. Like it
no,
wasn't the thing that you wanted to
I was
like.
supposed to do engineer. Like, why am I in the accountant part of the fucking company?
What
Was,
the heck?
yeah. So because of that experience, I never like got into like engineering. So they
Yeah.
killed my dream. They killed my dream.
They they killed your dream.
No, okay. I probably wouldn't have been an engineer, but I would have never known. So thanks a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it taught you something, right? It, like
That I did not want to be an accountant.
yeah, exactly.
But don't get me wrong, they were cool people. Just like what they were doing, just not
Yeah.
for me. But even though like you're supposed to like for especially like if you're starting a business, like you should learn about accounting, but at least like the basic stuff. Just
Yeah.
throwing it out there. But as a full time career, no, thank you. Um, I was gonna say something. I also like like how not knowing. I watch a lot of like podcasts and like personal development videos, and one of
Mm-hmm.
the things like they say is like it's not gonna like that career or the you think that or that project that you're working on, it might not be forever. Like you're gonna have different projects throughout your life, and it's okay to let go of that project and then move on to the next one. And that's like a mindset shift that we gotta change. At least for me, that's something I gotta change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause I always thought like I gotta do this one thing, and like with podcast, I gotta do this podcast for like I don't know how many years, but that's not how it works. And now I have like more ideas like what I want to do. But
Yeah.
yeah, for you like do you ever like think about that like oh, I'm a content creator, but now I see like oh, I want to do this project or this project.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what I'm doing kind of right now.
oh, okay.
Like, yeah, I I've noticed that I do lots of like the fitness and like body positivity, and now I'm kind of more like I'm doing lots of the fitness and I do the body, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to also transition because like not I don't think everyone knows me and they
Mm-hmm.
don't know like my life. So
Yeah.
maybe I transition into like what I do in the days and like
Mm,
incorporate things of what I like do in my
yeah.
life and get to know me and like you know how like people do like those get ready with me's and
Yeah.
they talk about so like doing different videos rather than fitness videos and
Mm,
because I'm
yeah.
not just fitness, I'm not at the gym all the
Yeah.
time and I'm not I used to be the person who didn't like going to the gym, so I want to show you guys that the other side of me.
Yeah.
So things like that because I did notice that like it's like
Mm,
let me give you guys a little sneak peek of what my life actually looks like outside of the gym, right? So
yeah.
yeah, things like
Yeah,
that.
you get to explore like different, because that's also
Yeah.
like different content, uh, like techniques or strategies.
Hmm.
And then you
Yeah.
start building a community more like that, where like people want to learn more about you and like what you do.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just giving something different. So then that way it's not the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
And it gets boring too. Like I get bored. I get bored watching it. Like I don't want to watch the same thing all the time, like the same
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know,
Yeah.
motivational. I guess it's motivating, but like it's the same video all the
All the
time.
time.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to have it be the
Yeah,
same
no,
thing.
that makes sense because for me, that's something I think that's why I haven't been consistent with social media because I feel like I gotta do one thing, and it's like I have so many ideas, but I also don't know how to execute them. So
Yeah.
that's something I struggle with. Like even like now, like I said, with the I have like content from Mexico, and I haven't
Hmm.
edited because I don't know how to like put it together, and then I don't know. And then like my recording skills are not the best right now. So
Hmm.
so it's like there's a lot of factors that go into it, but it's a lot of like just experimenting and just
Exactly.
putting it
Yeah.
out there. To be honest, just putting it out there because people are gonna watch it anyways, and they have the option to either keep watching or scroll, and then
Yeah.
it's not up to you anymore. It's up to them.
Yeah. And it's just
Um,
about like throwing it on the computer and just messing with it and just like kind of like seeing where it'll take you. And then, like you said, just post it. Just
yeah.
post it and see where it goes because that's like the first thing that I did with my very first video. I didn't even know what I was going to do. All my past videos, I was like lip syncing, you know, all the trend of like lip syncing and doing this. And they were like videos that I don't know. And then the video of me, like my progress video, I just posted it. I
Mm,
wasn't thinking about what people were gonna
yeah.
think about me, my like what my body was looking at. Like I just posted it and you
Yeah.
know, it
Mm-hmm.
happened. So
And it
just
went viral.
post it.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
and
post your video.
that's like how a lot of people, like a lot of people like with their viral videos. That's pretty much like what they say is like I didn't I it was sitting in my drafts for like literally a month, and then I decided to
Yeah.
post it, and it's like bam, and it's crazy.
Hmm.
So yeah, definitely like go post your stuff more and be consistent with it. That's something I'm trying to do now,
Yeah.
but I've been these past 2 days I've been trying to edit the videos. So hopefully by the end of the week I start posting more. Um,
Yeah.
but going back to finances,
I know. We like went into like a whole other like tangent of like
hopefully the people who are listening like they follow through. But
yeah.
yeah, going back to finances before we go into another tangent. What were some of those like what were some of the limiting beliefs you kind of had to work on specifically about money, especially now that you're working your now a full-time job? Like the finances is different now. Now you have more money,
Yeah.
so you again we have to like figure out what to do with that money. So how is that experience with money have
Hmm.
your relationship with money? How has that experience has been? Something that I don't know. My English is
I
correct.
have so I've actually always struggled with money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the best with money. I like remember I said I am a shopaholic.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't lying. I I love to spend on things that aren't necessary, and my relationship with money was just never the best. And
Mm-hmm.
don't follow my lead on that, please, to the listeners out there. Um, but what things that I'm trying to change now and things that I'm trying to do and learn from my past mistakes is I've opened a savings account, and every week there is an automatic my bank has an automatic
Mm-hmm.
um transfer, so it automatically transfers at least like $30 to $10 a week into the
Mm, okay.
savings account. So then that way I don't look at it and it just
Yeah.
keeps accumulating without me knowing. And then I will also, since content creating is like my side gig, that money that I earn each month will get put into my savings account rather than put into
Mm,
my actual account.
yeah. Your checking account.
Yeah, in my checking account. And then my work from what I earn from leasing,
Mm,
I save that, and then I use that for rent or whatever else I
mm,
need to spend it on. I've also applied for EBT because
mm,
I struggle, and I think people have a negative stigmatism towards EBT, but I don't think it's not a bad thing. Um I think it's great. It's great if you're a student too, because if you're a student, you're struggling
Yep.
to get food. And I use that for my groceries, because I get at least like $100 on that EBT, $120 on the EBT,
Yeah.
and I use that and I split it because I have my boyfriend who lives with me, and I split that with groceries for my boyfriend, and that gives me enough for at least the month, sort of,
Okay.
sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
It goes back to like we're still trying to figure out, and if I could get help financially, like just those $100, like that helps a lot. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's like take advantage of the resources that we have at least,
exactly.
and then it's like have but then what's the word, like don't get like comfortable, like always try to increase your income, like because at least for me I feel like I will get into that comfort, like especially I've gotten comfortable on my job at the concert venue. This is like my third year, and it's like I really gotta get out of there because I again, like
Yeah.
time goes by, and it's like fuck, I started 2021, and it's like why am I still here? Like I'm supposed to have goals. I'm supposed to be working on the podcast, growing my content, and it's like why am I still here? Or at least why don't
Yeah.
I go get a better job when I have a degree? Like
Oh my
what am I
God,
doing?
you're reading my mind. I'm the same exact way. I've been at this job. I mean, I'll say it's okay, whatever. I won't get fired or anything. I've been at this job for over a year, and I get paid way less than some of the people who have started working here
No, you gotta
just
increase.
just now. Yeah.
You're saying your job,
Okay.
the paying is not it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so they kicked me. No, they basically are giving people more than what I'm getting right now.
I don't know, but
And I've
have
been
you
working
talked to
there for a
them
year. Yeah.
over a year?
And I've been there for over a year. I hope I don't get fired for this, but
No, they should. Now we're gonna go to like go increase the salary of Gigi. Like no, we're gonna create a petition to pay
yeah,
her
for
double.
real. For real. No, but these people have just started working there, and I found out that they're getting paid more than me, and
Oh
I've been
wow.
there for over a year, and I'm getting paid
Oh, you gotta
less.
fight for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been for like 3 months, and then
And they
they said that
haven't?
no, they said they'll increase it, and then they haven't increased my raise.
Oh my
So
god.
that's my fault, because it's a little bit my fault because I'm staying here and I'm letting them take
Mm.
advantage of me.
Yeah.
Don't let people take advantage of
Don't
you.
yeah. Don't let people. More sorry. Yeah. No,
More
that's
of the story,
crazy.
don't let people take advantage of you. But I'm low key just staying here because they're being very little flexible with my travel for the next couple of months, and then
Mm.
I'm in job searching right now. I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I think like that's the thing. Like we shouldn't be making like impulsive decisions and like specifically like with a job. Like don't. I've made so many bad decisions. I don't even know if I want to tell this one, but like make sure learn from me. Make sure you do your like job search and like get a job, and then quit the job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I didn't do that, and I'm like now I'm in debt. So please do not do that. And
No,
now
yeah, it's true. Yeah.
so yeah, like and it's like take it like uh never end like a relationship like these with a company like bad, like always be like the bigger person. So it's like thank
Yeah.
you, like being honestly it's like gratitude, like you gave me this job, like I probably learned a lot, like skills, mindset, whatever it is, and then like now I'm going somewhere else, but thank you, like at the end of the day it's like
Yeah.
say thank you, that's like
Yeah.
what
Exactly.
matters, and it's like
Yeah.
not like oh you stupid like you didn't
Yeah.
pay me what I was
Yeah.
worth, it's like no.
You messed me up. I don't want to be. Yeah. Like don't end it on a bad note.
Yeah,
Just
no,
be
and it's
grateful for what they've done for you, and maybe hopefully they can write a good letter of rec,
reference,
and
yeah,
then it.
recommendation,
Yeah.
yeah. No, and then kind of like I get like at least for me, I think about it in a spiritual level where it's like karma exists, and it's like if the company is not giving you what you're worth, then the company in itself has like energetically it's not a good vibe. You could say, I don't know if
Yeah.
like this is too like spiritual, but like it's like how much abundance can that company have if they're not paying you and like maybe other employees what they're worth? Because I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure if they had an abundant, like again goes go mindset, like if you had an abundance mindset and they were paying you, like they're you, it has such a ripple effect. Like you will probably work not harder, but like more energetically. You will be and more energized to want to work,
Yeah.
and then that creates a whole ripple effect because then they're gonna create like if it's like I don't know if it's commission based. I think you mentioned commission. Is it
Yeah. Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
wanna they will be earning more. Like it's a whole ripple effect, and they're not taking
Mm-hmm.
advantage of that. So it really goes back to like what type of company you want to work for and seeing those
Yeah.
little details. To be honest, like if it's like coworkers that you don't want to work, it's not the environment. It's not it too. Like go find another job for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've told me, trust me, they've told me, they've said, that they're like, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you just seem like you don't want to be here anymore. And
I wonder why.
I was like, maybe it's because I'm getting paid below minimum wage, and
Yep.
and you guys are paying people higher than, yeah.
Yeah. It's like they don't know. Like
Anyways,
they're in what's that phrase where like they're in denial. They're not
they're
confronting the
like,
situation. Like they know, but it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna
they're
act
in La
stupid.
La Land.
Yeah. No.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
gosh.
I think like job like I don't know. I think that's there's like this year is something. It's a year where I've been learning a lot and kind of like reflecting on the decisions I've made. I was like, man, I wish I
Mm-hmm.
would have done it differently. But again, it's like you learn one is like you learn from it, and two is like time is gonna go quick. So it's like now I'm responsible for the decisions I'm gonna make from now on. So
Yeah.
they better be good if you want to change them, because we're gonna have our 3 year anniversary as friends, and it's like, Andrea, what have you done? So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I wanna make better decisions in the future or in the present, not in
In
the
the present.
future. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Did we mention about the finance, the limiting beliefs? It was the paying, getting your pay worth.
The
Is there
thing,
like is
I was like,
there
did we
yeah?
talk about it? Did we
They
go on
would go in
another
another
tangent?
tangent. No, but yeah. So it was like getting paid for what you're worth. Is there like any
Yeah.
other especially like let's go with like family side. Is there like limiting beliefs or yeah, creencias that where your parents kind of taught you, it's like, I don't know if that's it. Like I want to change it to, I'm gonna transform it into something more positive.
Yeah. Like financially, like the
Yeah.
um
Or even like sayings like you were like, oh, because I know like at least for Hispanic people it's like work harder, like work harder, like 24/7 pretty much, and it's like
yeah.
you'll make it. But in reality, when you go look at the how the wealthy people are doing it, it's like, no, you gotta work smart, not hard.
Yeah.
So
Well,
stuff like that.
what did my mom always say to me? She would always tell me to put things in savings.
Mm.
And I think
Ooh.
I never did that. And well, she told me at a very late age because I learned from my mom because she also was a shopaholic,
Mm.
and um I don't know, she kind of tended to spend on things that she also didn't really need, and that's just how she was. That's just how my mom was, I
Yeah.
guess. My dad would always tell me, he would always be like, echa la gana, like, like, I don't,
Mm.
my Spanish is not good, I'm sorry. But like he would just tell me, just like, put in the work, because if you put in the work, you're gonna
Mm.
get more out of it.
Yeah.
And then but I just didn't get that until, I guess, later on in life. But yeah, I never really listened to the sayings that my family would tell me. I also, they didn't give me they gave me advice, but they didn't give me much advice. I got more advice from my tias and my tios than I did
Mm.
from my family members, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think they would give me more advice than my parents, because my parents weren't as open about the financial status that they
Mm.
had. Then I don't know why. I think they didn't like talking about it. That
No,
I don't know if
I think that's how it is in Hispanic households.
yeah, that's
So
just how it
I
is.
don't know of
Yeah.
any other cultures, but at least Hispanic, at least in my family, my experience, we also don't talk about money. And it's like my family will try to, at least my parents, they will fight about money all the
Yeah.
time. So and then like they would sometimes try not to like talk about it in front of us, but
Yeah.
like also where we live is like you can't really hide the discussions you're having because like the walls are like paper thin. So but yeah, they tried not to, and like at least for me, like my mom will also, I don't know how she would do it, but she would always like try to figure out like even though we were like tight on money, she would like figure out like get money, I don't know how, and
Hmm.
we wouldn't feel it, like we wouldn't feel like oh we're broke and like, stuff like that. So sometimes it's like we get these limiting beliefs unconsciously, like even
Yeah.
like being like a shopaholic. At least I don't know if you watched How to Get Rich by Ramit in Netflix, but he does a lot about like psychology, and
Yeah.
like you really gotta go like deep on like why am I a shopaholic, and like it goes back to like childhood stuff where like okay my parents were like this, or even like it goes
It
like
always goes
the
back to the
opposite.
parents.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
goes back to the parents, and it's like you either act similar or you act on the other extreme. So
Yeah.
like maybe my parents were like super frugal, and now I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be spending money all the time, even if I may not have it, or whether I have it or not, I'm gonna be spending money. So it goes back to a lot of childhood, and then like looking at the limiting beliefs that we either
Yeah.
learn consciously or unconsciously, and
Yeah.
that's something I'm also working on, working on too many things this year.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Um,
what I mean, like you said, because we learned from what our parents did, and because that's what
yeah,
we grew up of. And that's what I learned from studying psychology. We pick up traits from our parents, whether we like it or not,
yep,
because we grew up from them. That's our
yeah.
literal form. Like that's our mini. We're their mini.
There are many.
And like I said, like I saw my mom spending money on like clothes, and it wasn't clothes. It was actually mostly food. It was lots of
Mm,
food because I don't know about your family, but my mom loved to cook. She loved
mm,
to like make food, loved to have people over,
mm.
and but she would buy way too much food, and like so when she would do that, it just I don't know. I saw that, and I think instead of me buying food, I didn't want to
Mm.
have my fridge looking like that. I
Yeah,
bought
you did the
clothes.
opposite.
I did
Oh,
the opposite. I
okay.
bought clothes. And so I spent money on things like that. But and I mean to this day, my mom's like, "You're just like your mom." I spent
Mm,
so much money. Like, I was
yeah.
at your age, I was just like you. And I was like, oh great. That's like but yeah, we're just like, we get traits from our parents, and
Yeah.
yeah. But financially, like you're right. Financially, we just don't, as in the Hispanic culture, we don't talk about it. And I think that's the hardest part too, because we don't learn at a young age
Mm-hmm.
how to like save. Where I don't even have a credit card. I don't have a credit card yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
a good thing, cause then you'll be in debt.
Yeah, and yeah, that's true. Like
Cause I'm in debt right
you
now.
can go in
I
debt.
didn't say it in a mean way, but it's like I'm
No,
in.
but yeah, you could go in. Yeah, and like I don't have a credit card, and because I would be swiping. That's why my mom's like, "Don't get a credit," because I'd be
Yeah,
spending money
you
on the credit card.
when you have a credit card or at least like any type of money, really, it's like you really have to become aware of your limiting beliefs about money, your habits about money, because if not, you're gonna be in $5,000 in debt.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's why I'm like, that's why I feel like I've learned to be better with money, but people still don't trust me, and I kind of don't. I trust myself, but to this day, I don't. Since yesterday, I'm like, okay, I don't know if I trust myself yet to get a credit card, but yeah. I mean, I didn't learn at a young age about money because
yeah,
my parents didn't teach me about money at a young age for me to understand it now.
yeah.
And it would have been nice to have that, at a
The
younger
resource,
age,
yeah. And it's
that
like at the end of the
day.
day, like they're also learning themselves, and they probably didn't even learn.
Exactly.
It's like now they're learning because of
Mm-hmm.
us. So at least like for me, like I also try to have more conversations about money and and then have a solution or a plan to like okay, because right now like I guess a little bit context like we're in debt, like my family, at least
Yeah.
my parents, and it's like okay, we have like three pretty much adults who are like working. It's like why are we in that type of thing? So we gotta
Yeah.
look into our habits, and then we gotta look into like what are we doing wrong and what can we do now, and then the
Mm-hmm.
plan of okay like okay we each could give this amount of money every month so we could start paying off that debt. And it's
Yeah.
like it's a lot, again, uncomfortable conversations that you kind of have to
Yeah.
have, and then have a plan and not uh culparte, like feel guilty or like become
Yeah.
ashamed of it. It's like okay, like again, because time is gonna go. It's like oh yeah, I was in debt. It's like now, and now I'm living my best life type of thing. So it's really working on that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Money, money's hard, and balancing it all out is hard. It's not easy, and it's hard because people are like, you shouldn't revolve your life about with money, but it's like
that's
it's like
that's it's
it's
really
not
evolved
that.
everywhere. But
Yeah, it's
that
like
again, that's where mindset goes in, because like how when you said money is hard, that's a limiting belief right there. Like we shouldn't be saying
yeah, you're
money
right
is
because you
hard.
said money is yeah right.
Yeah,
You're
no, it's like money. There's an abundance of money. There's like money comes and flows to me. Come something like that.
money flows, money comes.
Flows.
Like
Yeah,
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 like
yeah.
you were saying. Yeah, there's like a whole like phrase that people say,
Yeah,
so then
like
that way
literally
you can
affirmations. Yeah, and
affirmations. Yeah.
yeah, and that's something that's really helped a lot. Cause again, I always say like, oh shit, damn, that's really expensive. Or do I? And I think that's another thing. Like for me is like I've never gone out like before, probably before Mexico. I like try not to go out as much because I know
Yeah.
there's like a limited amount of money that I have. And again, I had to like deconstruct that belief and say like, why do I believe like that? And it's like for me, I believe like the money goes really quickly. I could have like I had an amazing amount of money saved, and it's like it was all gone in 6 months. And I'm like, see, like this is why I don't want to have a lot of money because it's just gonna go away. And it's not
Yeah.
like it's not like I enjoyed it. It just left. Like I don't even know what happened to it. So those are beliefs that I have to start like changing and it's like saying like
Yeah.
no,
Because it
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It comes back like you said. Sorry, I didn't mean, but
No,
it
no, no, you
it
good.
comes back at the end of the day. Like you'll see it. Like I guess I know what you mean because like it comes, money will come back. Enjoy the moment.
Yeah,
Enjoy what you're doing, and then yeah, where you like you can. I guess when you see that amount and it's less than what you expected it to be, it'll be worrisome in the moment. But
yeah,
I guess you have to remind yourself that it'll come back at the end of the day because you've been working. So you work hard for that money
yeah,
and you work hard for it. So
yeah.
yeah.
It goes back to like intentionality. So every time, like even like when you receive a paycheck, you're supposed to
Mm-hmm.
say like thank you for this amount of money, thank you, like
Yeah.
pretty much like thanking, giving like literally like almost every like personal development video podcast I watch is like gratitude is like the biggest thing. So like literally giving gratitude to like the paycheck that you get, you find like 25 cents, like thank you so much for these 25 cents.
Yeah.
It's like those little things because then your mind starts changing like oh there's money everywhere, and it's like it comes unconsciously too. So I know it's like maybe like for people who are like listening to like or trying to change their limiting beliefs about money and stuff, like it's not, I'm gonna say it's hard, but I'm not saying like hard. Like, I'm not trying to like go back to like a negative mindset, but you really gotta be consistent with it
Yeah.
in order to start changing. Because I've been doing a lot of like personal development stuff like for the past 2 years, and I feel like I'm still in the same spot. But I feel like now I'm a bit more aware of like my decisions, and I learned a bit faster from them. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. And I guess it's more relatable too. Like I feel like we all struggle with money at one point, and
yeah.
it's not all of us. It's not like it's
It's like we don't have a USB chip or like here have all this
exactly
information. It's like we gotta
yeah.
learn. Like I
So
wish,
yeah, I mean yeah.
like yeah,
Yeah,
Now,
like,
now I
yeah.
gotta go think about life after
I don't
this, my
know, you
decisions.
know.
Oh man. Yeah. So this is now that we're like let's like wrap it up, and I'll ask you my last two questions. Uh, this which one should I ask first? The first one will be, um, from like this whole experience, either like professionally, personally, uh, any other categories that there are, like what have been like those like top experiences that you've like you can't believe it happened. It's like it kind of like manifested it like out of nowhere, and it's like
Hmm.
I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and I can't believe this happened to me. It could be
Yeah.
anything.
So what did I do? Oh, there was one. Well, this whole experience actually, I the within the last year, like this whole experience with like just content creating, I don't call them followers because I think they're just all my friends. I see them as friends and family, and they're like my familia. That's what I say. And then just like there was one time where I was able to work with GNC, and I thought that was the craziest thing in the entire world because I've never had like a brand like that reach out to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think from where I started and from where I am now, I have grown into someone entirely different, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for just being alive because I don't think I didn't think I'd be here or even be standing here talking to
Yeah.
you at one point. And just, yeah, I think life is beautiful, and take in everything and every moment that you have. And yeah, yeah, just, I love it. I love life. I love it. And even on your worst days, it feels like you could feel like it's like a really, really, really bad day, but the next day could be even better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, I am grateful for where I am today. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I think that's what it is. Like enjoying those moments, the big moments, and like seeing all the wins that you had like these past 3 years, and it's such an honor, like, because you had to go through all these things, and then like now you ended up on my podcast, which is like it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy to think about. Like you, there's like so many things that we like there's so many opportunities out there, but we don't think it's possible until they become
Mm-hmm.
possible. But it's because we've been doing the work, and it's like being consistent. And it's honestly, it's been an honor like having you on this podcast. And it's been so much fun, to be honest. Like,
I
I
know. I
think
had
that
so much fun talking to you.
yeah, I feel like before, I don't know. I feel like now I'm more in this stage where like I want to have conversations and I want to feel like this, like the energy. I don't know if people can feel it, but I'm feeling it's like I really I don't know. It just feels so good, and I haven't felt like this, to be honest, like for a whole decade. So like having these moments, it feels so good. But that also like kind of like leads me into a downhill where like, oh man, I wish I could have that again. But I'm not gonna say
You
that.
will.
I
You
will,
will.
because
Don't
we're gonna be friends for the next for.
manifest it. You will have this.
We're gonna be friends, and we're gonna be celebrating our 3 year
Yeah.
anniversary.
We'll be celebrating. Yeah, we will. And we'll see your growth, and we're gonna see everything that you have. We're gonna
Yeah.
see, yeah, we will. We're gonna see all your podcasts growing.
we're gonna be millionaires, and it's like
Hell yeah.
we're gonna be creating content together. We have a vacation. It's already there. It's already happening. I'm gonna be dreaming it. I'm gonna be writing in my
Exactly.
manifestation book. Like, oh, I went with Gigi to, oh my god, to Italy. I even got my papers because of her. Oh my god, that's awesome. All the great things that happen because I'm her friend now. That's awesome. um, my last question is we kind of like touched upon it a bit, but it's like for those who think no se lo merecen, where like they want to start that either personal development journey, a hobby, a business, a new career, whatever it is, but they feel like no me lo merezco, what advice, what little pep talk will you give them?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, you deserve everything. Like, I'm sorry, my puppy's like messing with my shoelace right now.
No, you're
But
good.
you know, life is short, okay? You don't It seems like you have so much time on this world, but it's a really short amount of time. And take in every single moment that you have, because you have family, you have friends, you have yourself, and be in the moment and take in every single little thing that you have. Um, because, like I said, life is beautiful. And even if some days are bad and some days are better than others, the good weighs over the bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, my advice is just think about those good days and take in the good days, and then when you're having a bad day, try to make it a better day. I mean, that's what I do. I like to when I'm having a bad morning, sometimes I wake up and I'm just like, this is going to be a bad morning. I already feel it. I can feel it. The morning's going to be bad. And I try to change my mindset before I start to have that negative mindset, because I don't want to make my day any worse than it already was that same morning. So just take in life, take in the moment, and be in the moment, because if you are in the past and if you're in the future, that's when things get a little bit messy.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's beautiful. And I'm not even gonna add to that because that was really nice. I don't want to mess it up. Um, for those who are listening and want to go check out your content, want to go support you, like where can they find you? Social medias, anything that you have, your Zelle.
Yeah. Yeah. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. My handle is gigi.firo. But yeah, I'm on TikTok, Instagram, pretty much there. I'm trying to start a YouTube, but that's when I get the confidence to do a YouTube. And that'll be the same handle. It's
Okay.
gigi.firo. Yeah.
Yo,
Once I start
you should start on building the, like just creating the account. Unless you already did
I
it.
think I do have an account.
You
I
have the
think
account?
I might have one. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I do.
So
You
if you
can check it
don't,
out
if
if
you
you want.
don't, go check. Yeah, I'm gonna go check it right now, and then I'm gonna send you a message like,
Yeah.
you gotta start you gotta create your YouTube channel, and then like you started recording videos. Again, it goes back to what we were saying, like start posting, not like start recording, and it's like practice the editing stuff, and then if you want, like post it. But yeah,
Exactly. Just like what we were talking about.
yeah,
Exactly.
you gotta follow your
Yeah.
own advice,
I
girl.
have the video. Actually, the video is in my drafts and it's sitting there. It's been there for 4 months. So.
Okay, we gotta go encourage Gigi to go post her YouTube videos now. Everybody, I'm gonna be posting this probably like by end of July, so it should be out there by that time. By the time it comes out,
Hey, I'll keep an eye out for it.
Yeah,
I'll be keeping an eye out for it.
Yeah. So thank you, Gigi, so much for being here. It's been again an honor. It's such a fun conversation. I'm probably gonna rewatch this podcast. Like me myself, I'm gonna rewatch it, just so I can be back in the moment. But for those who are listening, don't for listening in Spotify or Apple Podcasts, don't forget to follow. I think it has the bell already, so notifications for that. And then if you can, or you should, leave a review. You can no, if you should leave a review, a 5-star review, please, because that really supports the podcast. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment your favorite part of the podcast. Any gems that Gigi left, like go comment like, oh yeah, Gigi, like she said this and this is beautiful. And is there another one? And share. Don't forget to share the videos, please, because again, that supports the podcast. And thank you so much for everybody. Thank you so much for everyone who has supported the podcast. And with that being said, Gigi, thank you again so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.